weird.
I love content burritos.
The content's pretty good too, but
One for every bite.
Hot mustard is good.
Hot mustard. I'm gonna try that.
Hot mustard is good. But
These last two.
Blake will have, like, he'll eat a pizza and just put some ranch on the side.
Yeah, Allison would do that too. She loves ranch and everything. Yeah. I'm over blue cheese dude myself. I have to choose dressing.
Tabby tried to drown me in ranch yesterday.
It was an accident.
Were you eating a salad? Or
What
was
you
it
do in
something
bed
weird
was-
since a foreplay?
It's not that weird, alright?
It's a little weird.
Food foreplay, that happens all the time.
Well, yes, there's, like strawberries. I mean, if you're gonna get a cheap cantaloupe, look at this, cheap as all melon. Get the fuck out of here.
She made fish sandwiches, but we didn't have any tartar sauce, so I'm like, just throw a little bit of ranch on it, on each one. I'm like, okay. Comes up, just like hands me like, one of them has a lot of ranch. I'm like, alright, I mean, I'll deal with it. Take a bite, literally the full bite was just ranch sauce. Like, what happens? Like, well, I went, like, I twisted the top off and I put some on. I didn't realize that it twisted the squirt bottle off, so I just glomped the whole thing on.
Got the whole money shot of ranch.
He's like, I'm just gonna eat these like fish sticks.
That's too much.
You just take it on the side of the plate.
Fish sticks.
Cause I don't know what they did to the ranch bottles, but the spout pops out in the lid all the time now.
Depends on which brand you got.
Hidden Valley.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought ranch. I don't buy ranch hardly ever. With salads, just like I'm not eating healthy anymore, so it's been like months.
I had a salad the other night. It was really good.
My new thing now, I'm like, I gotta eat a salad. My diet is so terrible. I sat back and I thought about the last 3 weeks. And in the last 3 weeks, I've eaten a meal other than lunch 4 times. And lunch every day at work is just like garbage, so I need to start like doing at least a salad for dinner.
Sometimes. Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day.
I don't know if the salad was any better than normal food because
Yeah,
it was a huge salad
I get
and
the
there was
steamers.
chicken on it.
I like the little steamer packs you get. They're almost. I feel at least feel somewhat healthy when I eat steamed vegetables. Thing is that like at Super One they only have like broccoli and then a bunch of terrible other vegetables I don't want to eat.
Yeah.
It's the same with him. He'll only eat the garden medley,
The potatoes.
like the potatoes and the.
I like the one with the carrots and the little like the lima beans and stuff like that. It's a healthy weight. It's got a little butter sauce on it, so overpowering, and it's got like it doesn't have any potatoes and starch in it. I like that one. Go to Walmart; they have a lot more real choices.
Yeah,
I like to
really
pretend
sharp.
like I'm eating healthy, like with a salad. It was like, salad, ranch dressing,
Bacon
bits,
Yeah.
cheese, croutons.
You pretend like you're eating healthy, you're just like big old hamburger, like, tofu.
He did have
This
a
is
veggie
all
burger.
natural.
Oh, did you have like the fake Burger King veggie burger?
No, we bought some from Walmart. Just,
All the patties?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
If you get like
they weren't bad, no.
Morning Star, I think they are, those are pretty good.
Yeah. I've also bought the fake ground hamburger and used that in like spaghetti and made lasagna and stuff like that. It works. It does. It's not like I'm eating cardboard.
Plants.
Yeah.
My favorite ever was when my wife made the cauliflower potatoes, and she's like, "You can't taste the difference," and I'm like,
Yeah.
The robot stopped over, and she's like, "Brad, try these," and Brad's like,
Yeah.
It's like, even Brad won't eat them.
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, they're pretty bad. I was just trying to convince myself that they weren't bad."
Cauliflower rice is gross.
Yeah, I've never had a good one of that.
I like cauliflower.
I like cauliflower. The thing is I like raw. My big issue is I do not like. There's almost no vegetable I like cooked. Like even steamed.
The exact opposite.
Like potatoes.
Raw or
Potatoes are pretty
vegetable.
much it. Everything else I'd rather eat raw.
I like roasted beets. But again, beets aren't really a vegetable in terms of health-wise because they're more attuned to a potato.
Yeah.
But roasted beets and liquid vegetables like turnips and parsnips, when you roast them, oh, a little olive oil and rosemary, fantastic.
You
trying to think of
That's from the bad luck for my dice
what
too. Dice.
thing is we eat vegetables up here like green bean casserole. I'm like, that's not really a fucking vegetable.
It's
It's
not.
slathering it.
Well, it is.
Cream
You're
of
eating a
mushrooms.
vegetable.
This is
but
so
it's also-
healthy.
I only eat vegetables. What are you talking about? Green bean casserole, TikTok hot dish, there's celery in that. Oh,
Celery and potatoes.
I hate celery.
Hey,
Celery too.
Fucking stand it.
Celery.
I can taste it right away. So it's like, here, someone brought in a bunch of tuna hot dish. I don't really like hot dish because I ate it so much as a kid. Any hot dish. And they're like, it's like, oh, they came over and said, I brought tuna hot dish. Like, and they're looking at me like I'm going to get up and eat it. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm being nice and I have it all and I put it in my own, like, fucking just
Immediately.
a mile of celery. And I can taste the crunch and I use celery salt too. Like, yeah. Someone said like, oh, celery's delicious when you put peanut butter on it. Yeah, it's fucking delicious when you put peanut butter on it. It's not my favorite.
It's a protein.
I put it on pizza. Wasn't bad.
Made me sad.
Yeah.
I've heard of
I
people
don't
putting
get
it
it.
in mac and cheese.
Huh?
I've heard of people putting it in mac and cheese. It's fine. You put ranch on it instead.
Yeah, I keep peanut butter downstairs. I'll have to change that now because once Nora starts getting more curious with
Here's the thing: is she actually understands she can't have peanuts. Like they were playing, like they're plate cooking at Brenda's house, and then they all sat around the table, and the one girl brings over a plate, and she's like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't have that. That has peanuts in it." You're a 3-year-old. You figured it out. Good job, girl.
no anaphylactic shock for you.
There's totally a can of peanut butter in the very top shelf
I know.
of my cabinet.
And it's Skippy, my favorite. I haven't been eating Skippy. I've been eating like the all natural shit, and it's okay, but it's not Skippy good. And every time I come over, I look at that cabinet like, one day.
This summer, I think I'm gonna bring it to work. 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches at work, because then I'm there for 10 hours. I don't feel bad eating it in the morning.
Just wash.
Yeah.
You're gonna find you passed out in the basement with just a spoon and empty.
I'm not joking. If you give me a gallon of milk and then the big thing of peanut butter, I'll eat the whole thing.
You're
If it's,
fat as a
if it's
dog.
chunky, I can do it.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, like
Because I'm a chunky peanut butter
And
guy.
it's
I
not even,
am
not even
too.
like this. It's like you know how you eat so much ice cream and you're kind of like, but enough ice cream. I don't reach that threshold of peanut butter.
I reached the threshold of like I get a tub of ice cream and I'm like, now I gotta
And then
finish the
it's
whole
gone.
thing.
Yep. I get halfway and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna have a few more bites. And then I only got a quarter left. I'm like, I might as well just finish the container.
Catherine
Which
doesn't
is
like
why
the
I
smell of
forced
peanut
myself
butter.
to stop at a quarter
Yeah,
of
she
the way
doesn't
down of the
like
container.
But
We're
sometimes
going
she lets me
diarrhea.
buy it. And when she saw me eat it, she's like, I took a big spoonful. And she's like, oh, I've seen people do that. I'm like, oh, this is just the tip. And she's like, how are you still eating it? I was like, and licking it off my fingers, like the dog that gets the cup.
Mark had very different expressions.
Merc gets other dudes to lick peanut butter off his balls. He licks peanut butter off other dudes'
If there's
balls.
dudes that already lick balls, do you think you really need to sweeten it up with peanut butter? I mean, that's a pretty niche crowd. Like, you won't lick balls. What about with peanut butter?
Peanut butter on it.
Got kind of a salty flavor.
That would work, salty and sweet. Sounds balance itself out.
It's basically like pretzel.
Unless you haven't taken care of yourself, then it's more like a cheesy, yeasty flavor.
Like Doritos.
And peanut butter.
Bloody nose.
There's some blood, but
Come on now.
Might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
well, one can hope.
Are we waiting for Belleville or are we ready to start?
Whenever you guys are ready, I'm ready. I went and got myself a sandwich while you guys finished what you were doing.
Peanut butter sandwich?
I finished eating, so I'm ready.
No, I had a turkey and cheese sandwich. I was gonna just have
there
a
it
cheese
is.
sandwich, but then I found
Yeah!
Here comes the pain. Here you go, robot. I got more paper towels right here.
Actual.
More napkins.
I do it though.
No, I opened the drawer. I went to the fridge and I'm like, hey, you think these brats are good anymore? And Allison's like, you made those when I was in Florida. I'm like, oh, yeah, good point. Probably should throw those away. There were still 2 of those in the fridge, so I threw them away. And then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a sandwich, I guess. And all I could find in the drawer was cheese, and I'm like, oh, cheese sandwich, so be it. And then she's like, there's turkey in there. I'm like, oh, all right. Dug around, found that. And I'm like, I want Miracle Whip too, and I'm like, look at the top shelf, and there's just a thing of mayo, and I'm like, why do we have mayo in this house? Mayo's gross. She's like, there's Miracle Whip in there. Then I found the light Miracle Whip, and I'm like, are you saying something? Are you saying that? She's like, I didn't even buy that, I don't think. It's probably bad. And I'm like, nope, good till February 2nd of this year.
Alright, sorry. I forgot what we were doing. Probably have notes somewhere.
You're skipping
Killed the
along.
tree.
No, the last time you killed the treant.
And the witch escaped.
Oh, escaped, and you're now still in her grove. That's where we left off.
Okay.
Burn everything. Burn it all.
Kill the light. Yeah, and there was the two people as well.
Thank you.
Something or other. We killed one of them.
Mm-hmm.
The other one ran away too.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were rumored, or we put it together. I had a long thing to read, and I do not remember what that long thing was.
It was the thing that he gave you.
Yeah. When they met him, they approached him, and we had to save someone?
Something about butts.
I think we're done here.
I'm going to assume that most of you are pretty beat up too.
Yeah.
I healed myself.
I didn't get hit once.
I don't
Good
remember
job.
because I updated my character sheet and I didn't write it down.
Nice job.
But I'm probably beat up.
I'm just gonna say, let's rest.
Okay.
It seems like a good place, you know, lighted grove. Yeah, I'm cool with
It's
it.
well, the grove you're in isn't lighted.
I'm gonna take first watch and stab Mark's robe through the throat.
Hey, he's not into that. At least not from you.
Did he discover something about you?
No,
Not yet.
Kevin and I were talking about that earlier. I'm like, I'm gonna go evil this round.
Just have a sudden snap and you just kill somebody.
Where's all my fucking money? Damn, bro.
Feel count?
All right, so you guys are going to rest. Or you're going to stay long enough for everybody to get their hit points back. And there's no reason why you can't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes.
just
You can't.
anyone who knows about these dudes, like, what's that? You know, such and such who we thought it was back with the thing. Of course, I realize I'm talking probably to the mute.
He was the one who pointed out the fact that he thought that these were.
The druids that approached us in the skull
Tom and Drew's gonna wander over and start just talking to you like non-stop because you're such a good listener. He's like, I feel like you and I just get each other. So he's gonna tell you a story of his childhood. You could pretty much tell that he was entitled.
Characters being married, you can just fucking.
I used to be married. What happened?
They're all dead.
They're all dead. I think he got his tongue cut off. I really have no basis for it. I'm just making up stories now. Just suits your backstory. Unless they're telling everyone, yeah, who used to be married, told me. How did he tell you? Yeah.
Just start going through and making up tales about it.
When you have a connection with someone, you just know.
Just know.
Let's say that he used to be held in slave pens where he fought his way out as a gladiator, and he was such a beautiful singing voice that they cut out his tongue to teach him a lesson.
Make up my backstory. Keep going.
Yeah. This is literally what my character is telling everyone right now.
Just
Like as he's leaning against the tree, like keeping distance, I'm just telling you, like, yeah. His family was taken slaves, and they were killed in front of him when he was, you know, a young father. All 9 of his kids.
And he's from this part of the continent. How do you know that? His accent.
Yeah. He's a broken soul. We have to just mend him in some way. Yeah. What's your character's name? Well, we don't know.
We don't know his name.
Yeah. We'll have to make a name
He
up.
could write it,
Call him Mumbles.
but
Yeah, you guys keep pretending like I'm fucking illiterate. I can fucking write things down.
Whenever I talk to you, all I get is like mumbles and middle fingers. Sorry for assuming.
You can only shoot arrows and swing swords.
Stop asking stupid fucking questions.
Maybe it's a good thing he can't talk.
he's very diplomatic. What are you talking about?
You know how crazy it would be if he did a high diplomatic score with no
Yeah.
tongue? Gonna diplomatize this.
I hear you sing.
Oh, you are so right.
You know what? There's certain things that you can do that break diplomatic.
Oh, yeah.
You're not gonna get a choice and throw you up there.
There's just a lot of room in your mouth with no tongue. Just saying.
Holding him up.
Jordan was just happy that's not him. You just see him over there fire going. Sipping on one of his many kegs of beer that he looks around. Speaking of which, angry drunk.
Oh boy. Even with the good things happening.
Yeah.
Angry drunk. Oh boy.
What about you? To you. Alright. He's mad at you.
Oh, great.
I don't know why. He's over there just like, you know, the drunks get like right in your face and you can just smell the beer. It's like, why you always gotta do shit with your wolf? Tain't natural. I don't trust whatever you are with your canine companion always looking at me.
When I mutter under my breath, goddamn dwarves.
He's not washed.
Since the beginning.
Yep.
Yeah. He steers clear of every water source.
You're dealing with that.
Maybe it's the
Are
last
we getting
thing.
rid
Like
of
we
the blight?
skip to the last thing.
Yeah, we fast forwarded. All right.
Why did
Did
we
we
skip
get-
the line?
Stanley said that he had made this as filler because he was way behind, and he got way caught up. So
This
Because
took way
we-
longer than it had ever intended to take.
Because we are.
Did we find all the arrows?
Thorough.
No, leaving. We finally find all the arrows.
We found 6 of 30.
Oh
We
look,
spent
there's
12
24 right here. The witch had them all. Ah.
We spent 12 years combing every square foot of this island.
Those villagers-
Nobody leaves until we find.
You're gonna bring them all back and be like, hey, thanks. That's it.
Spent 12
Much
years of my
appreciated.
life fighting these.
Pat on the back. Well done.
It'll be basically when Aragorn releases the army of the dead, or they just go, oh, and they float away. And like, no, that was shitty.
I left things for robot big guy with
My
me.
cat toys.
It's not within reach for me.
So this might be
Come on.
quarter or whatever. But
Can't go.
Oh god. Right in the mouth.
We'll go camera out.
We're used to it.
That was kind of small.
All right, well, let's go back to the bay. Huh? Do we have to signal someone?
Give me marching orders.
I obviously have my horse. You gave it to me.
You don't have your horse. You're gonna need it soon enough. That's all.
Can I have a ring into Jesus back?
Aww, I suppose.
Thank you. I posed that question to people online. They didn't know the answer either. But whether or not when you put the ring on, do you shoot to the top or can you walk up like steps?
You just.
It's something that's never really touched on.
It might be that you can only put it on when you're on top so that you can't break the water tension.
Right.
And so like once you fall through, you throw the
I mean, ultimately it's magic, so it's whatever you want.
Missile.
imagine.
All right, so that's gonna be your marching order.
Yeah.
Throw me up front.
I'm singing.
Damn it.
Singing the Ballad of Van Scruggs.
Is that his name now?
Yep, Van Scruggs.
Rangers and Druid, roll me any nature-related check you want.
Someone drinking Pepsi or Coke or straight roll.
13.
Maybe over there.
Nope. We're all due over here.
I'm not having a stroke. 11. I swear to Christ, it smelled like
So if I'm using knowledge nature, 35.
I can't
If
Like
it's
cocaine.
survival, it's 37.
Either way works.
Well,
So as you guys are making your way, when you guys came into the forest, it was quiet, but not like insanely so. Now it has gone completely quiet in the forest.
That's never good.
Dad,
burn it to the ground. Cleanse it with fire.
I said this from the beginning.
Very likely. you begin to sense evil, but then it disappears, like it's at some great distance.
You get a tingle in your nose spot. That's how you detect evil.
Ooh.
It just goes.
It's like a thousand rod.
Evil's close.
We must follow it.
Yeah.
Mental
Everyone else
images.
is like, how can you tell?
I
So you guys are moving onward. Is that?
I sense
Yep, let's
an
start.
evil in the distance.
As you guys travel,
Say it
you
very
know,
dramatically.
continue down the path. Slowly, more of you can sense that something isn't. Not that necessarily something is wrong, but something isn't right.
Everybody's cut pieces going off. It's getting wired in here.
Ding, 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 ding. Hey,
Not
here,
so
ding.
much necessarily the presence of
Dang.
something, but the absence.
Something's off of the show,
feel
right?
Yeah, it's a family guy.
When Peter's fighting the Black Knight, and like before the show got canceled
None
the
of this
first
is
time,
religion based,
Oh,
so
yeah, and
I
there's
can't
the hot
knowledge
chick
any
of
of that.
it.
and it's the Jewish guy. I can't remember his name.
All of my other
Yeah,
knowledge
Mort.
is-
Mort. But they go down the line. It's
useless.
ding, 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 and he gets to him, and he kind of
Ding!
that joke's 20 years old.
Still works.
Let's keep going. We're never gonna find
Just
the
gonna
source.
keep marching, keep singing.
Let's
As I'm singing, I'm like, yeah, there's probably some evil up ahead.
let's just run at it.
Run!
Everybody run. Scope.
We're gonna intimidate them like the hobbits. Ah, we'll have at you, Longshanks. I'm gonna stop singing because I can clearly tell by those who've noticed around me. They'll be like,
Well, everybody is starting to have some unease.
it's like, what's going on? Why is everyone on knees? I'm not that bad of a singer.
I'm gonna cast Omen of Peril.
I tell you,
To
I
know
feel
how
everything
dangerous
seems
my
delightful,
future
but something
is.
was amiss.
Okay, I appreciate
Your future has the potential to be very dangerous.
It's gonna be possibly very
When?
dangerous.
Just your
It's
future.
just my future.
it. Jorgendil just points at his mace like 12 years.
Yeah.
Like 90% of the time we're in danger.
Very dangerous.
That's the worst spell ever. We've been in danger the whole time.
How's my mace reacting?
Your mace hasn't actually reacted in any
Okay.
odd way.
I just hold it like. Hey, he's fine.
Yeah.
No one is. There's no clear defined. It's just general unease.
Emach is fine.
I'm going to cast Monstrider on myself just so I have a little bit more speed and kind of scout out ahead of everybody.
All right, now that you're away from the clanking party roll, listen.
Well, it's 60. Get out of here.
Nice.
And you die immediately.
35.
35 in the distance.
And
Just
that's my luck for the rest of the night.
at times you can hear. It almost sounds like thunder.
Got a marching army.
I'm assuming that you guys are continuing to move still.
Yeah.
C-Mac, you're approaching the edge of the clearing. Basically, the forest opens into, it thins out, and then ahead of you down, you can see the plains of despair, which are pretty much empty. And roll a spot.
Figure tapping.
And he's going,
30.
At distance, I mean, you can see a long ways. There doesn't appear to be anything ahead of you.
Birdsies.
Huh.
Interestingly enough, none of your birds
Birds are gone? Oh, okay.
What about Jefferson Wolf? He's still around?
Jefferson Wolf is he's around, but he is very much like, he's not acting like a wolf. He's
Not
very
acting
much
like a wolf.
slunk, tail down, scruff up.
so Jorgendil's mistrust was well placed. This is not a wolf.
don't know. Jefferson Wolf flew away.
Can I sense that he's like scared or?
He's got way worse than you guys in general.
I can even sense him scared. I don't got any. No, he's happy.
Yeah, I don't know. He's very temperamental. He gets this way. He gets this way when he has to shit. Sometimes.
What's wrong, bud? You gotta poop?
Looks like his owner.
I suggest that maybe we should fan out and scout.
Damn it, robot.
I fully expected. I didn't put robot next to a giant stack of stuff and not expect it to tip over, okay?
Show you.
All yours work at heart.
So I'm sorry, what are you guys doing?
Suggest that we fan out and. Well.
Spot and
How
scout.
far ahead did you go? 30 feet?
He moves basically twice as fast as you guys, probably 3 times as fast when you guys are moving in column, and he just hustled ahead and went all the way to the edge of the forest.
Oh, so we don't have to make our way through. Let's make our way to the edge of the forest and see what's there.
Onward.
Cautiously. So we move to the edge of the forest.
So you guys are walking to the edge, and it's not like the forest just ends.
Yeah.
You slowly start the overgrowth and stuff starts to die down, and you get to a point where he was overlooking. You're in the forest land, and the plains of despair are lower lands, and you're kind of overlooking it, and it's very empty. Everybody roll a listen.
Who has birds? Him and him?
And you're
hiding.
Oh, I have Tiberius too, but
Right.
we're not going to be able to talk to that one.
15.
11.
19.
This is a listen, you said?
Yeah. Nice listen.
I'm 19.
4?
18.
32.
C-Mac, you hear the sound of thunder again, this time behind you.
Thunder behind us.
Additionally, everyone roll a will save, including Jefferson Wolf.
Oh boy.
Nice. Not 20. 30.
18 and a little blue dragon. 22.
Blue dragon.
16 for Kevin.
28.
Wait, is it a fear effect?
7 for Jefferson Wolf.
I'm assuming it's not a spell-like ability of Fae.
Probably
Likely
not.
And 12 for me. 18 for Jorgendel and 15 for Commodore.
So anybody
Yeah.
save Kevin who rolled less than a 19.
I rolled a 19.
You rolled a 19 or less.
Okay.
The people who beat it are fine.
Yeah.
The rest of you, or the people who beat it are fine. The rest of you are shitting your pants. Did Jefferson Wolf fail? Jefferson Wolf is gone.
7.
He runs into the woods.
Well, each ally.
Actually, he runs the other way.
Away from the thunder?
Away from the
Each ally within 10 feet of me gets +4 morale bonus on the saving throws against spirit.
Already figured this in.
Okay.
Damn it.
From behind you, C-Max spins in time.
I done told you it's gonna be a blue dragon. Or that? No, never mind. It's the compliment. Commodore screams,
You're fine.
and runs away.
I'm not afraid.
Jeff.
You're fine, Pally Boy. You're not scared.
I'm not scared.
This enormous
You big
black
pussies.
dragon comes low over the forest and very gently for its size sets down right behind you where you have exited.
Oh, he's a friendly
He says,
dragon.
It seems that I was correct. And he's
This is the
glaring
main
at
guy.
you. He's just eyeballing the party. Jefferson
Wolf
Wolf is like
yeah, I know.
over there.
Yeah.
Like Jefferson Wolf just took off running. Like
Right.
running.
He must have had the shit real bad.
I just know shit is flying out of him as he's running.
And he's just, you can see his eyes are just traveling over the party, and he's just looking at each person, and he says, "My wards told me the witch was gone, but I see she left her pets." And at this point, he's standing and he stops at Kevin. He goes, "Or perhaps not her pets."
Nope. We are not their pets.
Fuck that witch.
Someone goes, he's gonna eat us!
He cackles just slightly. Perhaps. What do you have to give me that would keep me from you?
Nothing, we smell terrible and probably nice. Organals, like armpits, like, ah!
We've got these black arrows.
I'm just holding on to 6.
Black arrows. My followers have plenty of black arrows.
We have a great servant.
Was
Van Scruggs here.
I was looking for something more
He doesn't talk back.
monetary.
Is anyone else not afraid? Like,
I'm
some
not
people
afraid.
aren't.
Rogue has my gold. Rogue has my gold.
He's kind of fearful, but not like.
Do I still have one of those gold gauntlet things? I didn't throw it away, did I?
You used them all.
Did I use them all? I thought
Yeah.
I had one extra one.
You used them all. You used the last one to get the gold.
Oh.
But yeah, no, those you who failed to save are just shaken. Basically, you take a -2 on all d20 rolls.
I'm not terrified, but I'm just like.
You're,
Kind of uneasy.
it's obviously a shit your pants situation when a giant dragon lands.
Yeah.
What do you want in terms of monetary? I can sing you a song.
I think we've at this point initially he starts pacing, and he's watching you quiver, and you can see he's eating it up, and he finally just stops and kind of just relaxes, like not lay down, but just kind of just like
On his haunches. Like, how big is this dragon? Like, is it like a ancient worm or?
no.
Okay.
No, obviously not young, but not ancient either.
Sugar leads in. We can take him.
You can take it.
Oh, come on, we can take him.
You're gonna have to toss me.
Don't tell the elf. It works in this situation too. I have an emerald.
I have an emerald too. I was actually going to.
Ah,
Let's see.
a fair start.
Would
I
I
retract my emerald.
recognize this guy by any chance?
No.
By his type of evil?
Well, I mean, you'd recognize. Most people would recognize that he is a black dragon,
Well, yeah.
and that he is probably evil.
Wait a second. So if you offered, like, if you were to take an emerald, how would you hold that? You put it in his nature's pocket?
Spell Pepsi?
Probably
my
put it in his
God.
Turns
mouth.
around like, pack it full.
This is I carry my hoard with me.
Then you gotta like be the one that's like putting it in there.
Pop it in like a suppository.
You know? You ever seen like when they had to reach in a horse's ass?
It won't fit.
And I've got some
Maybe he
gems
likes
in
it.
this part.
Look,
Pull my
we've
boat.
already cleared the witch's filth from here. How about this island?
The island. Sooner or later, I would have claimed the island anyway. You hardly are offering me anything. Now make your choice.
I'm only leaving never return.
Pay me to humor and allow you to leave. Or I will just take it from you anyway.
Tell him the
Like
truth.
gobbling us
Sing
up.
a funny song. Sing a funny song.
I got a couple emeralds, a tourmaline, and some gold, copper. I don't know.
Probably before we die.
We'll just shake those out on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
There's some stuff.
2 emeralds and a red garnet on the ground.
Don't we have something back?
You guys should figure out what you have to give, or what you're willing to give, I guess.
I have a bunch of those ancient coins.
Just give him the coins.
There.
I could have swore we had something back on the ship in the bay.
The ship isn't in the bay. You guys sent the ship on its way.
We can offer him, like, give him a promise of something. Maybe he'll just.
Commodore has this huge bag of gold, or of coins.
Yeah, they're all copper.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You might not know.
Get out of there, but
You diplomatize it.
Give them the copper. Dragons are stupid. Say that like kind of whispering.
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's try this. I'm not gonna seduce him. I'm gonna like, great. We're clearly, points at Jorgenal, we have nothing of worth. Look at these filthy dwarfs.
Wait.
roll your bluff.
Okay. 38. 43.
Eyeballs you. He leans in, right in Jordanel's face. He just goes, "Oh, I can smell it."
Trust me, we all can.
No, not that. He does smell much like he spent time in the swamp outside my den. However, he sniffs again, and I mean he's like right in his face.
Yeah.
However,
Like, well, I'm gonna lie again and say, well, we did happen to find a couple sacks of ancient money that we haven't yet been able to identify how much it's worth, but we have a lot of it. That is 38 plus 17. 55. And Jorgenal, and I'm gonna nudge Jorgenal. He's gonna take out the giant. Hey.
Robot's already thrown out the money, and he's
I'm here to
gonna
deal
smell
with
it.
these problems.
and he's going to swing over right into Robot's face, and he's going to be. You should always follow the lead of this one.
Yeah.
He understands the situation. Then he very much just his head is just darting. He darts to Guy and goes, the poor one, and he continues back. Once again, he goes to Robot. Clearly is you may have made a good pet. However, you will all make good lunch. Roll initiatives.
Damn it.
We're gonna find that way.
I'm gonna withdraw.
I'm gonna withdraw.
Mark, your rogue reacts first to this comment.
You fucking idiot!
I'm gonna hide.
Trip.
Trip. I'm gonna move around the side.
20. Instant kill with a trip. Falls and smacks his head.
Okay, I'm gonna move around the side. Okay. And then I'm gonna hide by the sound like.
So are we kind of like gathered around him? Let's see.
Yeah, you guys can your guys are more in a different formation. C-Mac is probably clearly still standing back because he didn't interact at all.
Where do we want to be?
I feel like a semicircle around him.
More like a
Who was
semi-colon.
kind of shitting their pants? Because they would be the ones that are.
I just know I'm up in his face because that's how it started. He's like, you would have made a good pet.
Yeah, we're kind of both right next to him.
Kevin was dead center in front of him, and you were further forward.
C-Mac's back, please.
Where were you seeing? You were probably back farther, weren't you?
Yeah.
C-Mac kind of didn't just get involved in it at all.
Yeah.
He saw it flying
He
and
was
he
like,
just like laid down in the grass.
I have